So now we're going to hit into our mini round tables. And as we are starting, we're going to have the first one, which is Entertainment, Sports, and Wellness Visionaries Outreach to the Community. Please come up and welcome Dawn Wilcox, Vice President of Corporation Partnerships with Children's Hospital of Los Angeles. Carrie Patterson, Chief Operations Director, We Charity. And it's okay for you to clap. Carrie Parker from Anthem Entertainment. Victoria Lanier, Executive Director, Education through Music Los Angeles. Claire Fox, Executive Director of the Los Angeles Food Policy Council. And this panel, this esteemed mini roundtable will be led and moderated by our own Bryce Llewellyn from Community Impact Director and Chef, American Heart Association. Let's give him a hand.
I like it. It's like a party. It's like a cocktail party.
That's all right. Good evening, everyone. I'm gonna, I'm hearing my grandmother, my voice in my head. She used to say, "Can you just be short-winded, not long-winded?" And I know we're pressed for time. Give it up for these ladies here. Now, this is a true testament that women run the world, right? So I'm glad to be here and be the moderator. I'm going to start at the end and have each lady introduce themselves again, your role, and just kind of a little bit about what you do.
Awesome. I'll kick it off. Good evening, everyone. Are you enjoying dinner? Awesome. Thank you, Bryce, and thank you to Victor and Dr. Jackie for the invitation to have us here. I'm Claire Fox. I am the Executive Director of the Los Angeles Food Policy Council. We are a nonprofit organization created by the City of Los Angeles back in 2011 with a mission to make food healthy, affordable, accessible, sustainable, and fair. No small feat, right? And we really believe every community deserves access to good food. And when we talk about good food, we're talking about food that's nutritious, that's safe, that's culturally relevant, and also is grown with respect for people and respect for the planet. So I just want to highlight one example of what we mean by that, because that's quite a lofty mission. But just to make it really tangible for you all, this last Saturday, we celebrated a ribbon cutting at a community farm in South LA. This community farm, where it is now, it has an education center, it has a child play area, and it's growing abundant food in a neighborhood that's considered a food desert. In other words, in the entire neighborhood, you can't find fresh food. You won't find adequate grocery services. You won't find a farmer's market. But here now is this beautiful farm, this beautiful oasis where once was a vacant lot. And this vacant lot was there for decades, literally collecting trash. The community identified this lot and said, how can we farm this land? How can we make it beneficial to our community? And just to give you a sense of how policy, LA Food Policy Council, can help, we passed a policy a couple years ago called the Urban Agriculture Incentive Zone Policy, which provides tax incentives to turn vacant lots into urban farms. And so we're thrilled to celebrate with County Supervisor Mark Ridley Thomas, with City Council Member Curran Price, this ribbon cutting, which really shows, I think, how policy comes to life in communities. One other small example is that we work with mom and pop corner stores. So I painted a picture for you of food desert conditions, right? Not enough access to healthy food, that's gonna have a lifelong impact on people's well-being, right? Our zip code should never determine how long you live and what kind of health outcomes you experience. That's a result of structural racism, that's a result of unequal access to opportunity and resources, so that's the issue we have to fix. So what do? We partner with small businesses that are already in the community and help them become healthy food providers. We work with mom and pop corner stores and neighborhood markets so that they can transform their entire business in a sustainable way to bring healthy food to their communities. Why is this important? Well, obviously they're bringing fresh and healthy food options where there wasn't any before, but also it builds the local economy and it builds wealth for communities. So we're looking to change conditions from the ground up.
Thank you, Claire.
Awesome.
Appreciate it.
Hi, everyone. I'm Carrie Parker. I'm CEO of Branding and Entertainment for Anthem Communications. We run 2 radio stations across the country, and we also have a new magazine that was launched this year. So my role is pretty much going out with young adults and teaching them how to brand themselves successfully and safely. Those are one of the biggest things that I saw where there was a gap. And so that's what my firm does. We go out to high schools. Actually now we're going out to junior high, because with the digital age you have individuals out there doing things, and these kids are actually getting paid to post. So we have to teach them how to safely brand themselves, and engage individuals out there in the digital age, out there in the world all over. So that's what we do. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, Victoria Lanier, founder and executive director of Education Through Music Los Angeles. I'm a mom of 2, and it's my littlest son's birthday today. He's 4. Yes, happy birthday, Luke. We believe that every child deserves to have a holistic education that includes music and the arts. And we have seen the transformation across our schools. This is about giving children dignity, and we can do that when we give them every opportunity to succeed. It's about their health, their mental wellness, their ability to have self-confidence. One quick story, a school out in Compton, McKinley Elementary, they didn't have music 3 years ago. We started a music program, every child getting sequential comprehensive music as part of the well-rounded education. We believe it's a subject in school. In that 1 year, they went from 21 out of 21 schools to #1 in attendance after 1 year, and #2 and 3 in math and English, and they said it was music, so that's something to clap about. Thank you.
Thank you, Victoria. I was telling you, I grew up as a music geek. I'm telling my age now, but I used to turn around the album covers. Anybody remember albums? Yeah. And the young people are like, what is he talking about? And look at who the arranger was, where the record label was, who was the producer, etc.
Love it.
Carrie.
Hi everyone, my name is Carrie Patterson. I'm the Chief Operations Director of We Charity, and essentially my role is to oversee our We Schools program. We're in over 20,000 schools now globally, and what we do is we give teachers free resources and tools to embed service learning into the classroom. And so it's basically for the students to be doing one local and one global cause. And so last year alone, our students actually gave to over 5,000 organizations, whether that was volunteering, donating food, in kind, raising money, whatever the cause is. But last year, I'm proud to report across North America, we gave back our students. This is youth choice, youth voice, gave to social impact value of $265 million to our communities. And it's all about the educators empowering service learning right into the classroom. And what we know about when you embed service learning into the classroom, you're going to see increased academic engagement, increased workplace and college readiness, and increased global citizens, and these are all things we need of our students and our children of the future. So,
thank you, Karen.
Hi, good evening. My name is Dawn Wilcox, and I oversee corporate partnerships for Children's Hospital Los Angeles. It's not just working with corporations to raise money and awareness for Children's Hospital, but I also oversee Hollywood Cares for Kids and All Stars for Kids, and that's the work we do with the sports and entertainment industry to bring special experiences and opportunities for the patients at Children's Hospital. So we are very blessed to work with a number of athletes and teams that are represented here in this room tonight, as well as the Hollywood and sports community to support the work we do at Children's Hospital. That's awesome.
Thank you, Dawn. Appreciate. Give them a hand again. So this next question, before I get into it, we have about 7 minutes or so left. So this next question, I kind of thought about it when I was developing. It was because I was in the barber shop. Don't laugh. You know, I do get a shave or something. And the barber shop is where men go to talk. So ladies, it's our beauty salon. And the song, everybody remember the song Happy from Pharrell? Like 6 million sold, top selling record in 2014. And one of the patrons of the guy in the barbershop said, man, this song it doesn't even sound like the energy of it doesn't sound like it sounded like 5-6 years ago. Like the energy of the country has shifted, so it doesn't even sound like the same song. And I was like, wow, that's a great observation. So what I wanted to know from you ladies, and I'll start with Dawn, and then we can go down the line, is like, what has changed in your world, in the landscape? Like 1 or 2 things, whether it's good or bad, or just observational that you can share with your work.
Sure. So one thing I've noticed, I've been in the world of cause marketing and corporate partnerships for about 24 years now, and everyone has gotten really good at it. People, consumers, companies, charities, everyone has become incredibly savvy about how to promote their cause. And of course, thanks to social media, you now have the ability to run your own fundraisers, promote your own charity, and educate people about a cause you care about. So while I think, that's been an incredible benefit, I think it also challenges those of us that are at large nonprofit organizations about how do we keep our message front and center? How do we keep people caring when there's so much information out there? But I see it as an opportunity because now we have children doing fundraisers, we have marathon runners doing their own fundraisers on social media, so it's been an incredible thing to see happen.
Just open the landscape. It's always said like there's so much information out there that sometimes you can get lost. But the issue is, the great thing about it, like you said, is that even a young person at 11 or 12, if they have a cause that they're passionate about, they can actually rally people around that. Right? Thanks for sharing that, Carrie.
Yeah, so we are able to give all of our resources for free to educators because of corporate partners. And what I can say what changed is whether it's Microsoft or Allstate or any corporate partner, Walgreens that works with us, it used to be just because they wanted to do good, and now they're aligning everything with their corporate social responsibility. So it's a lot. So we actually individually, what I call partner architecture, we work with every individual corporation to come up with what they care about, what the employee engagement plan is, and how we can draft a very unique partnership to meet their needs. So, for instance, we volunteer now with Allstate because Allstate cares about volunteering, and we do technology and access. So how do you use technology for good with Microsoft, because that's what they care about. So how do you tailor uniquely to every corporate partner? And I think that's the difference, is that exactly what you said, is that corporations care so much more about the impact because everyone's doing it so well. So how can you uniquely differentiate yourself with each corporate partner?
Yeah, thank you for that, Carrie. So really paying attention, be an active listener and paying attention to what is important to that particular partner. Victoria.
So I started teaching inner city schools, music education, 1999. And so I've been in this space for 20 years, and I'll say the stories of my students back then resonate the same today, and I'm glad, like Donna said, there's digital marketing, and social media has allowed these stories to come to the spotlight. But I think more than ever, we need to continue to invest in our education systems and our teachers, in seeing music and arts teachers as vital to the ecosystem of education. And we need to do more to support the success of educators in our schools.
Thank you, Victoria. Carrie and Claire, we have about a minute left, so you guys split the time up. I know you can do it.
Oh gosh. Okay, 2 quick things. I'll do it in 30 seconds. One, I just want to give some shine to Bryce and American Heart Association. Bryce is amazing. We're lucky to have him right here as our moderator. But a concept you talk about beautifully is, it's a wonky idea, but it's social determinants of health. So in other words, it's not just about the food you put in your mouth, although that's important, and it's not just about being able to work out at a public park, but it's the entire environment that you grow up in, right? So I said that idea of like our zip code shouldn't determine how long we live, right? The neighborhood environment, but that's actually the truth. Where we grow up impacts our health. And that is impacted by class, that is impacted by race and the history of this country. And so that's how we need to shift conditions. So this idea of social determinants of health, I think, has really cropped up and been an important indicator. And then the second thing that I've really observed is the importance of authentic community engagement in shaping change. So policy, it's not enough. to just do policy. It actually has to be led by community members who experience firsthand what it's like to live in a food desert or what it's like to live on food stamps. So that's where we're moving, where we launched the Food Leaders Lab program to train community residents in policy advocacy so that they can advocate for themselves about what they know that their communities need.
Thank you, Claire. We'll close it out.
Oh, absolutely. Well, one of the things in my industry that I found is that our clientele is getting younger and younger. Our average clientele the age average was 24 to 46. Now my youngest client is 9. Their parents want to know, how can I brand my child? Can I copyright my child's name? So with this digital age, everyone wants to know, how can I brand myself and make money? My child doesn't need to do a 9 to 5. So that's one of the shifts that I see. Families actually looking to brand themselves, They want to be the next Kardashians, or, that thing. So it's very interesting. Our clients are getting younger and younger.
That's powerful. Let's give these ladies a hand. You can do better than that. I know you can. And we have a token of appreciation that's in front of you.
Awesome.
Thank you so much. And we got the next panel coming up.
Thank you, Bryce.
Thank you.
And before you leave, Victoria from Education Through Music, we have one of your principals here who just wants to say a thank you. Mr. Mike Perez, Inglewood Unified School District.
Well, thank you very much. It's an honor to be here. I'm one of the recipients from Education Through Music, through Victoria's program, that has transformed our school. It really brought wellness, vision, and an appreciation for the arts that we lacked. And thanks to you and your leadership, it's expanding throughout Inglewood Unified. And it is, yes, let's give it up. And really, the joy it has, I am testament here, it has brought up attendance. And it even brought up grades, because kids are there learning and they're looking forward to, when is music? When is music? We have TK students all the way up to 5th grade, and our 5th graders now, a year into the program, are playing ukulele. And she was at one of our parent meetings where they had the choice, band or string orchestra, and she came and gave our parents a music lesson, and they all decided string. So thank you so much for being part of our lives. And really, Dr. J, everyone needs to have a Dr. J in their lives. I call her my patriot saint. She has given so much to Art District and really is a visionary for student growth and achievement. So thank you, Dr. J.
Awesome. So much, I'll pay you later. All right, let's give a hand for these wonderful ladies. Come on.